Sky Squad, we are back in the building. And listen, we got a lot to cover today, okay? We got a lot to cover. There's a lot going on in the world of reality TV because there are just so many shows on right now. But today we got to talk about some interesting things that Melody has revealed about her friendship with Destiny, as well as some things about Miss Wanda's man, aka Letitia's daddy. It's getting real interesting in these Huntsville streets, and she even manages to drag Maurice. Oh, yes. We're also going to be talking about Sheree and Drew going at it after Sunday night's premiere of The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14, episode 3. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. Hit that notification bell button and join the texting community. The number is right in the description down below. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this jamboree. Now, first things first, we've already recapped the episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, the latest episode, and we didn't get a chance to recap the nightcap with Carlos King. In the chatterization, let us know if you guys happen to see it because it was good. It gave everything that I needed it to give, and I was super excited and proud of Carlos for doing the doggone thing. And it was only right that he had Melody Holt and Monique Samuels on the first episode. Now, we got a lot of tea from Melody from Love and Marriage Huntsville. So let's cover a couple of the highlights, shall we? So first things first, one of the things that we learned, and I know a lot of you guys had learned this as well because I think that Melody had mentioned it in an Instagram live. Well, in response to Destiny, sort of talking about the demise of their friendship, Melody, I guess, had mentioned that she had actually provided some money for Destiny during her hard times. Because I think that it was sort of felt like Destiny was saying that Melody wasn't there for her. So Melody revealed on the show that she actually gave Destiny about $5,000 unprompted because she saw a notice for a utility bill that was due on Destiny's door. No, I think that was the story that she said. I think it was that she saw the utility bill or she saw a notice or something like that. And then she, of her own free will, gave Destiny some money to lend her for that so that she could, help her get back on her feet. I was like, well, I did not know this bit of information. And if I had known this bit of information, I definitely would have asked Destiny about it during our interview. But to be honest with you, our interview came together so quickly behind the scenes that I really didn't have a lot of time to go into the nooks and the crannies of everything. I knew that there were things that I wanted to ask her from the show, but I definitely did not know this bit of tea right here. Now, with regards to Miss Wanda, apparently Miss Wanda was allowed to voice her opinion about people saying things about about her and about Letitia on the show. So she had a little segment of her own that was provided via video footage on the nightcap with Carlos. So in response to that, Melody, of course, felt like she had to decipher exactly what Miss Wanda was speaking about. And then she goes on to reveal that Miss Wanda's, I guess, baby daddy was in her DMs. We don't know what the context of these DMs are, but allegedly he has been trying to DM her all kinds of things. And I'm not necessarily sure what those are because she did not go into the details. And when Carlos did ask about it, Melody's response was, ask Letitia, that's her daddy. I was like, whoa, okay, we are getting some major reveals in this interview right here. I can already tell you that the nightcap with Carlos is going to be equally as juicy as his podcast, if not juicier. This is what we have been waiting for right here. And next week, it's going to be, I think it's going to be Martell Holt and Dr. Heavenly. So that's going to be good. All right, so let's get into the last thing that she had to say that I thought was really interesting. So when asked about Maurice basically telling Kimmy that he felt like Mel was at the center of all of the drama, Melody's response was, well, coming from the least relevant cast member, that really doesn't bother me. Now I'm paraphrasing what she said, but that's the gist of it. I was like, ooh, you better drag, okay? So then the next thing that she says was, especially coming from a lawyer who lied at the reunion, basically inferring that, when he was asked at the reunion about whether or not he was in the presence of Martell and the other woman during the boys' trip to Atlanta, he said no. But literally moments later, we see online that Marceau has posted a photo of said boys' trip with Maurice indeed in attendance, and with Martell's other woman making comments indicating that yes, Maurice was there, and yes, he was with some wide-back woman. Let me tell you something. This season of Love and Marriage Huntsville is giving everything that it needs to give. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. Melody was not holding back, and I was like, whoa, let's get into it, okay? Speaking of getting into it, we got to talk about Sheree and Drew going at it during Sunday night's episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, we know that there's this whole drama that's going on with, the shared assistant allegedly telling Sheree's business to Drew and allegedly telling Drew's business to Sheree. Allegedly, according to Drew, the assistant has been telling her that Sheree does not pay her bills. And according to Sheree's friend, the assistant has allegedly been telling Sheree that Drew's husband, Ralph, is allegedly gay. So we got a lot of information to cover, okay? So Drew posted on social media, she says, if you can't distinguish between spring, summer, and September, you probably can't keep your payrolls straight. Hashtag Real Housewives of Atlanta, hashtag joggers. And Sheree responds and says, just like you can't keep your marriage straight, wink face. Obviously a nod to the alleged rumor that Ralph is gay, according to the assistant, okay? Sheree hashtags Real Housewives of Atlanta, hashtag respect the OG. It gets worse. It gets worse. Then Drew Sidora says, keep my husband's name out of your mouth. Hashtag Real Housewives of Atlanta. And Sheree responds with, or what? Keep my finances out your mouth. Who the F are you? A bank teller at Wells Fargo? Hashtag liar. Hashtag never was my assistant. Hashtag who are you? Hashtag I don't know her. I was like, okay, Mariah Carey. So then Sheree also had posted this earlier. She said, I'm going to do a Shape by Sheree program since I actually work out. Hashtag Real Housewives of Atlanta, hashtag Shape by Sheree, hashtag joggers, hashtag She by Sheree, hashtag Who Gon' Check Me Boo. Now this is obviously a nod toward the shade that Drew has been receiving for her Drop It with Drew, particularly about production with that before and after shot that they showed in the premiere. Was it the premiere or the second episode? I think it was the premiere episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta for season 14. But listen, let me tell you something. This Sheree and Drew beef is giving me more than I actually thought that it was going to give. And I'm interested to see where it's going to go. And I know when you guys hear my review on this, I'm kind of annoyed by a little bit of this, and I will tell you why in the review. But If they continue to take it in the opposite direction and we get to see some actual new beef come out of this, I'm interested in seeing how well Drew is able to match up against an OG like Sheree, who knows how to throw shade with the best of them. So let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section down below, and also be on the lookout for the recap of The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14 episode 3 coming up in the next video.